Oh my goodness, mamas, how are we ever going to survive children? Oh my goodness, they are crazy. Do you feel like your house is a circus show? Whew. All the screaming, the crying, the tumbling. How do we survive childhood? I don't know, but more so, how do parents survive childhood? More often than not, we hear other parents talk to us about their children not listening to them, or they just feel like the communication is not happening in the way that they would like it to. And they see the interaction with our kids and how our girls behave. Don't get me wrong, we still have our crazy days, the screaming, the tumbling, the biting. We have those moments, but we definitely know that there is some sense of control as far as the environment. And that's one thing I want you to think about. Are you trying to control the environment or your little people? Okay, so today I'm going to share a couple of tips that we have applied with being parents and raising children so that we can still make sure our children are confident, because we don't want to take away confidence. We don't want to instill fear into our children, but we also want them to be aware of other people's needs, aware of what's appropriate and what's not. And so, through different reading that we have done and videos and classes that we've approached, I think these tips have really made an impact on our family life and us feeling like we're more sane and that there is hope to the day. Now, granted, have the expectation that there's going to be rough days, but they're not an everyday. And if you can implement these things, I think it'll help you stay focused on what's important and what will change over time. Okay? Very first thing I want you to think about is your modeling behaviors. If you're seeing things from your children that you don't like, make sure you yourself are not doing them. The last few days, I noticed that our 4-year-old kept saying, no, yes. And I said, we don't do that. Let's just say what you need to say. But then I noticed yesterday she asked me a question and she said, Mama, can I watch a movie? And I went, no, let's not do that. I caught myself. She got it from me. That little thing that was coming across as an attitude was just her modeling my behaviors. And so please look at some of the things that you're doing and if that's translating over to them. Habits as far as even if you pick your nose or if you pick at your nails, any of those little things, they really do model you. How you talk about yourself, how you talk about others, the words that you use, your posture, they are modeling you. So just take a moment and reflect. I know we have lots that we're working on. Definitely have a lot that we're working on. But it's something for you to think about. If your kids aren't saying please and thank you, are you? Okay, so that's the only thing that we're going to start. Really just some reflection on that piece is the modeling behaviors and the things that you do and you say, okay? Now, let's say you are modeling these behaviors, you're doing a really good job, and that 2-year-old is just screaming like crazy, or that 4-year-old's temper is just through the roof. You get where I'm coming from? Yes, that's where we're at. Okay, so we have practiced recently in the last, I'd say it's been the last 2 years actually, with having the new child and having the sibling rivalry, whatever that is the tone. We focus on tone. Adam and I keep ourselves very calm, right? Our tone's very consistent. Now, there comes a time in life where you're going to have to not be calm because it's life-threatening or whatever, right? So you've got to allow yourself that humanity. But for the most part, our tones are calm, we're cool and collected. And when our kids go through the roof, we always ask them, does mommy talk that way to you? And a lot of times the 4-year-old's going, I'm not happy with you. I love her. And we respond, is mommy yelling? Is there another way you could talk to mommy so she can hear you better? And that's what we do. We ask them to rephrase. Our 2-year-old loves to scream. She's at the point where she can communicate, but she still feels like it's easier to scream to get her way. And so we apply that love and logic where you say, uh-oh, in kind of a sing-songy tune voice. There's science to it with how it triggers the brain. We're not going to get into that. But some little uh-oh or right, something sing-songy that interrupts that moment. And then say, does mommy understand screaming? Or however that might be. Uh-oh, mommy can't hear screaming. Let's try a soft voice. It's amazing to see her go, I want that toy, to, Mama, can I have the toy? Literally, she does it. So when we do that, she's practicing and we're training that rephrasing that this is how we do it. Asking the question is key. Let them think about it. If you tell them don't do this or do this, what choices do they have in the matter? Where is the thought process or problem solving coming into play? So asking that question and having them rephrase is so powerful for you, right? Uh-oh, does mommy bite you? It sounds silly, but they're going to go, no. And then you say, should we bite each other? No. And it really gets them thinking about it. So give that a shot with the rephrasing with a question and keeping yourself calm and collected. When they're bouncing and screaming and their energy is insane, you stay calm and ask them to rephrase. Get out a camera or your phone and try to record them and show them. And a lot of times when you try to do that, they stop because they see, oh wait, why are they want to film this. Okay. The other thing that we love using is affirmations. We did type up a list of affirmations for our girls, and they say them every night before bed, and they're now memorized. They know them. It's so cute hearing a 2-year-old say, I'm beautiful, I'm loved, I'm meant to shine, right? Hearing a 2-year-old say that and a 4-year-old is so beautiful. But in those affirmations, Adam and I created a list of qualities we want them to have and that they do have that can benefit them now as young girls and when they're older. For example, I control my actions. So often we hear our 4-year-old say she can't, or her mind told her, right? She gives all these excuses for why she did something, but in having her learn she controls her actions gives us more power in helping her shift her actions to be more positive and saying she has the choice. And her saying, I'm an excellent communicator, she can figure out how to use her words and remind herself she does have the words. See how that's powerful? We have, I'm an excellent communicator and a good listener. When we affirm those things every night, it's going to remind her that she is a good listener. So we have that before bed every night with a list of affirmations. We also like to affirm throughout the day with you can do it. Instead of saying don't or you must do this, right? We affirm the positive of what we want them to think. We also affirm their feelings, that it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel mad. Affirm that their feelings are valid. How they respond to the feelings is what we can work on. Great thing to think about there. Okay. All right. So the other thing is family listening. If you want your kids to be good listeners, you have to be a good listener. One way we do that is we choose a family meal together. We chose dinner, where we all sit together for dinner. All devices are turned off and put away. There are no distractions. We're not allowed to answer the phone. It's just, no, for that moment in time, it's just us, just the family. And you may do family prayer or have some type of family tradition involved with dinner. But one thing I encourage you to do is have them and you share something from the day. It can be something cool that happened, something they're thankful for, something they overcame. Whatever it is, everybody takes a turn in sharing. We share what we're thankful for and practice listening to one person, and we wait till they're done. We make sure everybody gets a turn. In that family listening, they learn that their voice is important, they have something to say, and it's important to listen to others because they have a turn in being listened to as well. So huge. It's my favorite time of the day. It's so special. Dinner will still feel chaotic. There's crazy times in getting them to eat whatever, dogs, food, flying, whatever. But that making sure you listen to each other is crucial. All right, and these are just ideas that you can try or not, things for you to think about. All right, the last things that I just want you to think about is routine. Kids love routine. When things are thrown off their routine, they're going to act up. So give them the benefit of the doubt that when there's lots of family or you're traveling and they're not behaving right, remember they're out of their routine of what they're used to, and it makes them feel threatened. They feel uncomfortable. Help them feel comfortable, keeping routine as much as you can, or at least be patient with them because of that routine being thrown off. I know when I have plans and they're thrown off balance, I go a little crazy. Okay, I'm an adult and I control it better, but think of it in their eyes. The last piece is make sure your kids get quality time with you and mommy, right? Mommy time. But they get time with daddy or an aunt. They get quality time, memory time without you there. They need that time so they can feel that love and that experience without you, to give you a break and to give them the experience of others that have the same expectations for them as well. Those are just a few tips that I have for you, and I hope it makes a difference. I'd love to hear more tips from you. Subscribe to my videos to learn more of what we do, because the life with the crafts, the life with Laura, it's fun, it's exciting, and all we want is to just raise confident young women, right? We just want these girls to be confident in their own skin, to be happy, and for us to enjoy our time. Have a great day. Thank you for listening.